Okay, so once again, finding a comfortable space, whether that's seated or lying down, feeling into this now moment and feeling into what feels most nourishing and nurturing and supportive. Taking a few nice deep breaths and settling into this now moment, settling into our heart spaces, connecting to that 0 point, that eternal atom seed of our high heart, and allowing ourselves to get really comfortable, allowing ourselves to let go of any attachments to the characters and the roles that we have chosen to play on this journey of our human experience. And as we let go and we feel them fading into the background of this now moment, coming into the full connection and identification with ourselves as source, these radiant individuations of pure source consciousness that we are and that we always have been. So as we drop the layers of the personality and the egoic self and mind into the background, honoring them for all the expansion and the wealth of wisdom and spectrum of polarity that they have brought forth in our experience here in the third density, coming into the full engagement and flow as the witnessing presence, coming into the full connection to this now moment, to the 0 point within. And as we do so, feeling that spaciousness being created, that spaciousness that allows for us to engage in an even deeper flow of breath. Bringing in that sacred breath now, the breath of resurrection. Again, it's a 2-part inhale and a 1-part exhale, sounding something like this. Inhale, lower belly. Inhale, heart. Exhale. Inhale, lower belly. Inhale, heart. Exhale. Finding the rhythm, finding the flow that feels most nourishing and nurturing in this now moment. And allowing ourselves to connect. The more we allow ourselves to connect into that flow of breath, we feel, we sense, we witness how the breath is a unifying field of consciousness. It is a vehicle of pure soul alchemy. And when we take ourselves into the 0 point, into the place of full identification as the witnessing presence, the witnessing observer, and we set a clear intention, and we plant the seed of that clear intention within our heart, within the 0 point, and we connect with the breath, profound miracles are in manifest. Profound and deep layers and levels of soul alchemy can be witnessed and experienced from this place of neutrality, from this place of letting go of all layers and levels of the victim-victimizer programming, of all layers and levels of the separation matrices. So allowing ourselves to go in deeper, surrendering. Where can we surrender even more in this now moment? Connecting with the breath, surrendering, and allowing our intention to blossom, to flow, to expand, and ignite. What is my clear intention in this now moment? What do I, as an infinite creator being and unique individuation of pure source consciousness, desire to create as my reality? Planting the seed of our creation and our created reality, our desired reality within our high heart, and allowing the breath to take it deep within our cellular DNA and deep within our cellular water, expanding, allowing, setting the general intention for here and now, calling in the greatest miracles capable of manifesting here and now with grace and ease in accordance with the highest prime source creator law and order. Opening, breathing, allowing. Asapaya traya miya suniyambia krapurya sunrenia. Quapratien remia sundaro krista satrapa anariani. Pruatraya samia shuniandratre mianiandra. Quapasa sasatria samia shuniandra prapruisa satrapianiani. Quatriasa niamia shosatrapa susatrianiasa. Quatra mia sandria mia satraya sotro crusus apishanianrana. Ukusa satataya piasa natau pupuria pusaniani. Flowing in and through and all around us now. This radiant plasma clarity. This immaculate divine clarity flowing down and through from the God realms. Feeling these sheets of plasma clarity pouring down and through each and every layer of our beingness, physical, mental, emotional, and spirit bodies, and all layers and levels in between. As this divine clarity flows like a wellspring down and through each and every cell, we witness to greater degrees and depths the profundity of our unique expression as source embodied in this human experience. We witness perhaps greater frequency, greater awareness of the massive network of the holographic nature of our energetic field as this divine clarity assists in melting away the veils of illusion and opening our eyes and our extrasensory gifts and abilities to attune to the greater awareness of what we are, who we are, why we're here. Opening, clearing, cleansing, activating as this divine clarity moves through each and every cell, allowing the breath to carry this clarity deeper and deeper into our cells. Moving down and through, opening and allowing. Where can we let go? Where can we let go of the resistance? The resistance to the greater scope of awareness of all the different frequencies that are playing out, all the different stations that are playing out within our fields, consciously and unconsciously. Opening, allowing. When we open our eyes, our hearts, and our extrasensory technologies and abilities to the full presence and awareness of all that exists as the fractals of our consciousness, we allow for ourselves to enter into a grand field of self-realization. Self-realization through the curiosity and its self-exploration that allows for us to perform great depths of alchemy. Opening, allowing, coming out of hiding. There is nothing to hide, and there never has been. Disengaging, transmuting, transcending these threads of quantum entanglement that have led us to believe through the different programmings, the mind programmings, and all the layers and levels of programmings through this third density matrix of feeling unsafe to be in the full expression, illumination, and presence of our core essence. Coming out of that, coming out of this separation and victim-victimizer matrices to regain and re-embody full flow of sovereignty. Quapralia mia sandaya sapieshani angia purkuri mia sanandra mia sani. Susapietaya trapura puri ishi sasambaru undru krayasin. Ambata la luturi pia la luna nanda lali asutia shaparu susatreni. Kupala luluya miandala la usatre tieshani. Pusha la mandro putui tia la usa sataya payati tia manari. Kwa pua pia pia ni ananda la usa yatayani. Awe ya o kwa ya undare ya nan sumbasa praya tresini shani piakra susapataya sani ao Yatra inyam yasasa utirshana brayani. Puasa sa 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 tra poatrasa o kriemiasan kristalaun husapaisha samiashani angasa sosatetia tremi. Flowing down and through, feeling this immaculate clarity, magnetizing any and all distortion frequencies, any and all inorganic frequencies and technologies, any and all imprints of self-limiting beliefs, abandonment programs, abandonment of self, opening the spectrum of clarity around all of the programs that are in direct polarity and opposition to our divine birthright of full embodiment of sovereignty. Sovereignty, our full scope of governing, of owning, of appropriating our consciousness in the full scope and clarity of creation, our ability to see, to witness, and to embody ourselves as infinite source potential, awaiting each and every now moment to be further expressed in new and exciting, joyful ways, loving ways, unified ways, opening, allowing. Where can we let go? Where can we let go of these programs that have imprinted within us, whereby we continue consciously and unconsciously to give away our sovereignty, to give away our inner power and presence to systems outside of ourselves, giving away our conscious currency into systems created within distortion, separation, manipulation, and control. Letting go, feeling the freedom, feeling the sovereignty embodied when we let go of placing our conscious currency, the most valuable currency in all of existence, the currency of pure self source consciousness, the currency of consciousness as source, realized, embodied, and expressed through the immaculate embodiment and archetype of sovereignty. When we take back the fractals of our consciousness that we have appropriated into the many, many layers of this matrices of separation, we bring them back home into the full scope of our own diamond technology, of our own heart home base. We feel the presence of pure freedom, pure unified consciousness, sovereignty, self-realization embodied, letting go. I am divine sovereignty. I am divine sovereignty. I am divine sovereignty. I am free of all victim-victimizer programming. I am free of all victim-victimizer programming. I am free of all victim-victimizer programming. I am in the full scope of awareness of the sovereignty and freedom that is embodied and realized when coming into the full identification with self and cells as source. Kuraya pasanda parishan sundrimi andra sapal satriye sununi andrani. Kushisi saparayandra kolala suni ishama sandrayamu sundritiesani. Kulalaya sanarayotro kriyale musatayani alalulu sandayanan. Undra plalataya turisha satsan bausaniandania. Undaria uaya, uya, uya, uya. Letting go of the worrying frequencies, the anger, the frustration, and the fear that come when we realize how deeply woven the fabric of our entanglement is into these systems of separation. As we turn these systems of separation and the wealth of polarity and experience gained through the victim-victimizer matrices and programs, when we turn our scope into gratitude, into awareness of the gift that these radiant systems of distortion have created in way of expansion, we let go of further entanglement, letting go, honoring the anger, honoring the frustration, honoring the fear, while simultaneously letting it go, creating even greater flow of freedom and unified consciousness restored. Mblale sanaria miesa to kuapue sananundra pishini niesanan. Utra plala la sinieshani mia sandra trua sinieshani. Unkala krista la musanaya niani anda utu ombari sundaisan. Kututraya pia sinimi shinia satrai sutriami. Kuapuapua traya niana una. Where are we holding on to the fear of fully engaging and stepping into this grandeur of our own unique sound and light signature, of the full radiance, expression, and embodiment of the core essence of ourselves as source? Where are we still giving way to fear programs that some system, some being, some group, some collective embodied in a human suit, disguised in the human suit, has some sort of power over us, has some sort of ability? Where can we go deep within our cellular imprints of trauma, of distortion, of our ancestral imprints, collective imprints, and soul imprints, of where we perhaps have been taken out in previous timelines while standing and fully embracing and embodying the sovereignty? There is only the now moment that exists. There is only the now moment, the 0 point that exists. And if we allow ourselves to fully hang out in our awareness, in our connection to the 0 point, we are able to set ourselves free of all of these imprints of that which have taken place in other timelines. Letting go. Appropriating, directing in each now moment our full scope of consciousness as source into the 0 point, into the now moment. As we do this, as we become in deeper, deeper, and deeper connection to the witnessing presence, we allow ourselves to free ourselves from all the layers and levels of distortion. Opening, feeling what this means, dropping the thinking mind, the analytical mind, and feeling the felt sense of all of the light, of the pure prime source creator light that is flowing in abundance all around us, above, below, side to side, all around, as this one source collective steps forth in its full radiance to assist us to even greater degrees of coming into the full embodiment of the crystalline diamond archetype, the Christos archetype of sovereignty, feeling it, allowing it as this massive flow of pure prime source creator light flows in and through, loosening, wiggling out, allowing the letting go of all layers and levels of frequencies that are in polarity to the full embodiment of sovereignty. Opening up, allowing the ultimate expression of our adult operating system, of our adult spiritual operating system. When we embody this sovereignty, we open our wingspan, we open our heart space, we allow for ourselves to embrace and bring forth into this radiant and overflowing chalice of illumination and alchemy. We allow for ourselves to bring in all the timelines of the wounded inner child from this lifetime and all other timelines, opening and allowing, coming home. Kwamya traya piesaniana utrala yosudia pianianan Au ya ya ya. Husandataya satra utraya mandrayanda. Au ya ya ya. Handalalio apuaya. Handalalio apuaya. Handalalio apuaya. Hayanda ya ya ya. Susambataya potaleluia samiandai. Moving down and through, feeling our meridians, chakras, gateways, and portals opening up, flushing out as this immaculate stream of pure source light flows down and through. Feeling our solar plexus opening up, our divine purpose center, the center point, the still point of our mental body complex, opening and reattuning to the highest frequencies and source codes of the full embodiment of our divine architecture, of our divine blueprint, expressed through the immaculate archetype of sovereignty. Feeling, sensing, letting go, feeling the layers of clamping, contraction, and fear melting away as this flow of source codes come back into full ignition, activation within. Ukasa sapuya sanadea pietrusu, ututwa sapatalulu sanandayami. Uambata usapataya sata undaya naniani auto. Ha wewa wasaki shansini. Kwa papaya patataya pupiani. Look no further than yourself. Look no further than your cells. Look no further than the connection of the radiance of the portal found within the high heart, the portal of our own unique expression of 0 point within. Here we find all of the answers to all of the questions, coming into this grand flow of sovereignty, whereby we let go of seeking outside of ourselves, whereby we have a grander scope and awareness that all the collectives, all the beings that we desire to attune to connect with, to receive the bits and pieces of our multiversal history, of the wisdom in which we desire to re-engage, ignite, and activate, all exist from within. Feeling this, allowing the greater depths of embodiment, moving out of the thinking mind, the analytical mind, the intellectual mind's interpretation of this, and dropping into the heart center's felt sense, dropping into the wisdom center, where the ultimate expression, revelation, self-realization takes place within the radiant coherence field of the cosmic heart within, opening, feeling, breathing. Unda papare niamba utayaya, unda paya puayana undayala, ula la la liana winianda, ula la lianda utraya sa cristala, umba puaya trasarianiandayana, umbralia la cra, unsaliambaya la yaneaya pasasabaya traya muhasanian sapasasa trayania sandataya trayo kusumbatani pustar sasasunrania halalatusasana. Flowing down and through and all around us, once again, is this radiant calm of pure platinum source light. transporting us now deep down into the central crystal Earth star, opening us up even further to the grand expression, embodiment, and pure activation of the immaculate flow of divine sovereignty within, feeling how it's igniting within all of our chakras, planting the seed of sovereignty, the expression of full embodiment of our unique individuations as source, the power that is found within the acceptance and the embodiment of full sovereignty. Letting go, finding the courage within to further express, to further embody, to further activate our fully self-sustainable system of sovereignty and source experienced, expressed, and realized within. Opening up, feeling the transmutation and melting away of all the false religious programs that are leaving, flushing out here and now. These programs of control, of human enslavement, self-sacrifice, and imprisonment, melting away, bringing us back into a grander scope and awareness of the truest and highest bandwidths of unified consciousness. Opening, allowing, seeing, feeling, and witnessing the divine architecture of pure source light restored. Feeling, witnessing, and embodying how all of these profound frequencies of the highest source light, of the highest source codes, are so intricately woven in a system of pure light, pure unified consciousness. Breathing, allowing. Plala Sambara Sunyandra Piatrayao, Plala Nandarianda Sotremiandao, Yanda Lalaroso Satremiandao, Yanda Lalayao, Ayandao, Usasapai Utsanda Utrao, flowing down and through and all around us now. This radiant diamond blue plasma, the sixth element, flowing down and through, further assisting all the cells of our beingness to come into the grand attunement of these frequencies of sovereignty restored. Opening, allowing, seeing and feeling, sensing the grand invitation of the restoration and the activation of dormant DNA that is able to activate, to ignite when we fully engage and allow and surrender into greater embodiment of sovereignty. We create the space. We come out of fight or flight. We come out of contraction. We come out of sending our energy outward, and we come back into bringing our energy inward into that grand sense of wholeness. We begin to perhaps witness our monadic framework appearing in greater bandwidths of physical realization as we take back our fractals of consciousness from outside of ourselves, from these systems of inorganic nature and separation, and we bring them back home, back online, back into the stream of our full life force energy, our prana within, feeling, allowing, breathing. You Santa Tatayasi. You Unkariasi san. You Tarayapasasu. You Tarayapanian. You Sipiasa Satra. You Tatayosuni. You Purusasanan. You Kristalamusania Sanayapshania Prasu. Ishta pai ukundurumi mundraya satra papootayasini. Andare. Brasasa. Ambataya andurasi. Putra sandaya piasan. Opening, flowing, allowing. Antaya sandaya so us. Purayanin, flowing in and through, letting go of these systems of codependency, letting go, seeing how these systems of codependency, of seeking outside of ourselves in a way that runs through this victimizer programming, allowing ourselves to see, to witness with divine clarity the difference between communicating with curiosity and soliciting the expressions, the felt sense of another being, versus giving our power away and seeking and placing them as the source of wisdom. Feeling the difference. Feeling where we have participated consciously and unconsciously, free of all judgment, free of all criticism, free of all unworthiness. Feeling, seeing, and witnessing where we continue to give our sovereignty away, where we continue to give our power away. Free of all judgment, through the lens of neutrality, through the lens of witnessing presence. Where can we let go? Letting go of the pedestal complex, the archetype of the pedestal, letting go. This false matrices, this hierarchy of holding others in a position of value higher than the value of ourselves. Letting go of putting others on a pedestal, of seeing another as being more worthy, more valuable, more omnipotent. Letting go. That is in the direct polarity and opposition of the unified field of consciousness, of unity, of pure awareness that all fractals and individuations of Source are equally as profound, are equally as brilliant, magnificent, lovable, embraceable, worthy, enough. Letting go. As we witness this massive quantum fabric of hierarchy, of separation, of the false archetype of the pedestal, as we witness this, we can let it go. In the awareness of it, in the awareness of our participation within it, we are able to let go should we choose. Letting go. I am free. I am free. I am free. I am free of the veils of illusion. I am free of the veils of illusion. I am free of the veils of illusion. I am free of all systems of distortion and separation. I am free of all systems of distortion and separation. I am free of all systems of distortion and separation. I am. I reclaim full dominion over my physical, mental, emotional, and spirit body. I reclaim full dominion over my physical, mental, emotional, and spirit body. I reclaim full dominion over my physical, mental, emotional, and spirit body. I am. I am the director of my lightship. I am the creator of my reality. I am the director of my lightship. I am the creator of my reality. I am the director of my lightship. I am the creator of my reality. Kwasaparaliya matayo sundri ishi sasambaro traya sandayandalu tulkaya miani. Undra traya andruyani andayani anan su. Aukorea piasandataya sani. I am free of all judgment of self and others. I am free of all judgment of self and others. I am free of all judgment of self and others. Witnessing how judgment keeps us in these patterns of codependency, keeps us in these patterns of fear and separation, jealousy, forgetting ourselves as source, forgetting the full potential that exists within us and as us as source. Letting go, jealousy, the continued seeking outside of ourselves for that which has always existed within. Letting go, jealousy, seeing something outside of ourselves within the hologram and feeling that there is something about that vision, that person, that experience, that situation that cannot be felt, experienced, and created through our own unique lens, just as magically, profoundly. Letting go. Seeing how participating in these frequencies of jealousy continue to hold us in places, precluding us from the full expression, embodiment, realization of self-love, worthiness, self-compassion, and sovereignty. Letting go of the competition, letting go of the jealousy, letting go of all layers and levels of unworthiness and self-hatred. Letting go. Seeing the beauty, seeing the unity, seeing the oneness, knowing that anything that we witness in our external reality has been created through our relationship with ourself and ourselves. Everything that is external to us or perceived as external to us is a reflection of ourselves as we are one. Letting go, further assisting in the letting go of competition, of jealousy, of scarcity, of unworthiness, of not enough. All of these layers and levels of separation that preclude one from fully embodying the archetype of sovereignty. Letting go. Sumataya satoko isasaniambata utotoi mianiani hushasanayan. Coming back into our regular breath now. Coming back into the flow of our regular breath. As we come back into the flow of our regular breath, we allow ourselves to further expand, to integrate, to embody the wellspring of pure Prime Source Creator, original angelic codex that flow through us, around us, as we continue to let go of the layers and layers and layers of fabric of separation that we now have chosen as the choosers of our choices, the directors of our lightship, to disengage and to let go of. Letting go. In the letting go, we are able to retrieve the wisdom. We are able to retrieve the wisdom and retrieve and bring home the fractals of our consciousness back into the center point, back into the flow of wholeness, back into the greater embodiment of self-realization, I am presence, back into the greater embodiment of our Oversoul, feeling it, allowing it. I command home the full embodiment of my Oversoul here and now with grace and ease. I command home the full embodiment of my Oversoul here and now with grace and ease. I command home the full embodiment of my Oversoul here and now with grace and ease. I am. What would it be like to go through a day, one day, where every moment is fully embraced as the present moment, through the lens of sovereignty, through the lens of witnessing presence, through the lens of full communion, identification, and embodiment as source, opening ourselves and ourselves to the potential of existing in this way. We must choose to direct our consciousness in each and every now moment, so that we can gain greater sovereignty and dominion over each and every thought, word, and action that we choose. Feeling into this, allowing ourselves to ground the full radiance potential support of walking each and every step upon this earth within this grand journey of human incarnation, through, within, and as divine sovereignty embodied. Moving through, navigating through each and every now moment, through the 0 point, through the neutral point, as the witnessing observer. Feeling, witnessing, free of all judgment, and choosing in each now moment to fully sustain the dominion of our consciousness, to fully embody sovereignty, seeking nowhere outside of ourselves for the answers, for recognition, for love, for compassion, seeking only ourselves within, the connection to ourselves as source within the 0 point. What would that feel like? What would that look like? How quickly would we manifest everything our heart desires through our desired creation of reality? Feeling into this invitation that is holding, that is flowing in an even grander bandwidth of support and nourishment here and now, as this diamond blue plasma comes in to further nourish, activate, and support all layers of our hologram now, assisting us in sustaining our intention, our embodiment of sovereignty, allowing us to continually access greater and greater bandwidths and connections to those aspects of our original angelic template and source codes but desire to come back online, come back home, feeling this toroidal field of pure source consciousness flowing in and through and all around as we continue to integrate now all that has come forth in the expression of this transmission here together as a collective of one. Feeling, allowing, embodying, letting go. Feeling, allowing, embodying, letting go. And as we allow ourselves to embody, as we allow ourselves to come into greater embodiment of pure, divine, immaculate sovereignty, we feel the joy, the freedom, that feeling as though life has just opened up the doors to the infinite potential that exists within. And we're about to enter into the grandest, most illuminated playground ever experienced. Feeling it, allowing it, feeling what it feels like to have zero constraints, to have zero constrictions, to have zero limitations to the expression and creation through the infinite potential that we are. Feeling this, allowing ourselves to bathe in the invitation of all that is flowing through and around us here and now. As we begin our journey, now, anew, feeling the flow of resurrection and rebirth that is overflowing through our central channel and igniting within ourselves, opening, allowing, receiving, being. Once again, this column of platinum source light flows down and through and all around us, transporting us now into Divine Mother Sophia Gaia, her womb center, coming into this womb center and landing softly as we fully embrace the invitation to come back into full coherence, full embodiment, full resonance with our physical temples, bringing all that has taken place through this transmission, bringing all the layers and levels of our Oversoul and monadic framework that are now coming back home, bringing it in and softly landing within our physicality, beginning to feel the landing back into physicality as this bandwidth of diamond white light now showers down and through, further assisting and rooting us and grounding us back into physicality, back into whatever frequencies and dimensional range of consciousness that each and every one of us uniquely experiences now as our home frequency, knowing that each and every one of us has a unique relationship, interaction with the third, fourth, fifth, and all dimensional ranges there above, knowing that each and every one of us are on our own unique journey, activating different layers and levels of our blueprint in each now moment. So landing back into your home base, here within this incarnation, here upon Sophia Gaia, feeling, allowing, grounding. As you feel this diamond light moving down and through, and further grounding and rooting, down through your feet chakras, your heart lines, down and through, connecting deep down into the crystal diamond core, the crystal earth star core of Gaia, the central crystal earth star core, feeling that connection, moving down through these roots, connecting you into the diamond grid network of Gaia and all networks, ley lines, meridians, gateways, and portals that are specific to your own unique blueprint of here and now. Feeling that connection, feeling the groundedness that's taking place now, feeling the expansion and the awareness of the massive field of pure source consciousness that you are, and yet feeling a sense of deep comfort and groundedness in the physicality of this earth experience. Feeling and allowing, coming out of any felt sense of fight or flight, and coming into the divine flow of the pure oneness restored. Coming in, feeling that, coming in through the heart, perhaps placing one hand upon the heart and placing one hand upon the root, and further assisting our physical temples, these radiant and beautiful architecture that we co-created and designed in perfect expression, honoring, loving, bringing ourselves into full recognition, full embodiment. Aum Gaia Nia Nia O. Aum Haya Weya O. Aum Gaia Naya O Shese Kaunga Aya O. Aum Hapasos wa eke moeni anga oshi kako kokoemi anga koko eke shini anga huuki uki akaoshi. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Taking our time, coming back into physical body, coming back into this now moment, taking our time lovingly and nourishingly.